In this show, Changi's airport emergency services face the ultimate test.
Okay.
Baggage detection are on alert for security threats
I'm asking you, this is metal.
and illegal stashes.
Okay, tak apa.
And missed flights leave passengers stranded at the airport.
After that, when I go to Cambodia, they told me where is the train taken.
This is Singapore, where the old world meets new metropolis. At its heart is this, Changi Airport, Singapore's jewel in the crown. With unprecedented access, we go inside Changi, voted world's best airport, to find out what makes it tick.
It's landing in right now.
For passengers, it's an oasis of peace and calm. But for the 40,000 staff who keep it that way,
Emergency.
it can be anything but.
I've had nightmares. The electrical for the aircraft is not working anymore. Where's the engineer?
If it doesn't work, really, I'm going to cry, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention, please?
With 2 runways and 3 terminals, Changi is one of the world's busiest airports. With 1,000 flights a day and 55 million passengers a year, its 40,000 staff work round the clock to please. In this airport, efficiency is king, as is service with a smile. The Immigration and Checkpoints Authority safeguards Singapore's borders. This airport has security systems to rival the world's top banks. It's the ICA's job to make sure that the movement of people and goods is legitimate and lawful. At Terminal 2's baggage collection, it's the morning shift for Immigration Officer Kumar and his team of officers in the baggage detection unit
Tak. Kita nak pergi sana.
as they make ready to search all who enter here.
Common detections, flick knives, nightsticks, handcuff, batons, knuckle dusters. All this is under Singapore Police Force, more of a security threat. Apart from that, under Health Science Authority, sex enhancement pills, slimming pills in large quantity for commercial use. That is also a main concern. And now another significant rise is vape or electronic cigarettes.
Every officer has a role to play as they confront any would-be smugglers in an intricate game of looks, signals,
You all have anything to declare with you all?
and charm offensive.
You all arriving from?
We came from Koh Samui, but we were in Australia before that.
Just engaging with small checks helps a lot. That few seconds, we will be able to find out whether are they giving me any kind of telltale indicators. Tengah.
Do you have a knife in your bag?
Yes, I do.
In Singapore, knives are either prohibited or restricted depending on their type and design.
Okay, this is fine.
While Kumar takes care of business on the front line, another team are getting match fit on the tarmac. But these men aren't here for fun. They are the airport emergency services. At any given moment, they are ready for action. Action they hope they won't have to take. These are the airport's dedicated firefighters. Watched over by Operations Commander Alexander.
It's a huge responsibility. And after all, the safety and the lives of passengers are are in our hands. I think the hardest part of this job is making sure that myself and my guys are ready and are prepared to handle a crash.
Changi has 3 fire stations by the runways and a 4th on the coast.
So the guys at the Sea Rescue Base are also under my charge, and today I am going to conduct my routine inspection on them and check on them, make sure that everything is in place, everything is in order, that training is being conducted and conducted properly.
Please advise location of emergency, over.
Training is a way of life for all fire officers at all stations.
Station 1 over rescue, leaving base now, proceeding to crash location, over.
They're in constant preparation for any worst-case scenario.
Go! We arrive at the crash site. There is immediate visual of 2 casualties. Straight away, surface rescuers down to proceed with the rescue.
Singapore is surrounded by territorial waters, so in the event if an aircraft were to land short of the runway and ditches into the sea, the resources here at the Sea Rescue Base will turn out and they will carry out firefighting and rescue out at sea.
Whilst his officers keep watch at the coast 24/7, most of the action takes place at other stations. Fire Station 2's latest recruit is 23-year-old Shaiful.
Before I came here, I'm a bit nervous because I don't know how is it like going to be at a station. But after I came here, yeah, I need to learn a lot of things on the station routine, mostly equipment-wise.
For Alexander, it's a stressful time of year.
Yo, Fendi, how's the preparation for Bobcat coming along?
Bobcat is code for aircraft crash exercise. As commander, he'll be under the microscope.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you are coming.
Okay, let them know.
Right,
Okay, thanks, Fendi. See you.
Bye.
The fire service has 180 officers on shift at any one time, across terminals and runways. To keep his men on their toes, Alexander carries out reaction tests often. Once triggered, they have between 15 and 20 seconds to drop whatever they're doing, leap into vehicles, suit up, and exit the station.
Can you activate reaction test now? Thanks.
Okay, sir. I'm about to do the reaction test now. Reaction test, control.
Success for now, and Alexander can rest easy. Inside Terminal 2, Changi's customer service teams, known locally as Changi's experience agents, are at full stretch.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
As they man 15 stations across 3 terminals and patrol the airport.
Both ends at the center.
This army of helpers tackle passenger problems big and small. Today, Agent Nina has a British backpacker who needs help. This is Kyle. It's his first time in Asia.
I arrived at 1 o'clock. So I came from Phuket and it's just meant to be a connecting flight to Bali.
He's been rejected from his flight to Bali because he doesn't have an onward-bound ticket. To make matters worse, Kyle doesn't have enough cash to pay for a flight, and he no longer has his credit card.
These are your options.
All I can do is pay for things online, which I've tried to do. They have lent me their tablet, which is very helpful, but for some reason or another, it's just not registering, even though I've used the same bank cards to book flights and travel, what have you, over the last 6 months. So all I can do is try and contact home and just say to my sister, book one and you can take the money back, kind of thing.
Is she online?
No, she's at work in the UK. It's probably about 8:30.
But you already missed your current flight.
They gave me until 2:50. It's now 2:49.
You have your sister's number?
Yep.
It was not successful. We'll try again.
So we're basically trying to call my sister back in Jersey, who's currently at work. It's 9 o'clock in the morning and she's not going to be happy, to get me a flight and get me out of Singapore, basically. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the baggage detection unit are eyeballing passengers entering Singapore. But nothing gets past Kumar, who has a hunch that a passenger who has declared 3 packs of tobacco is hiding something. But now they've found a 4th.
Berapa lama kerja kat Singapura?
8 tahun.
8 tahun?
Ya.
Boleh kasih keluarkan jaket.
Ini kuih?
Ini kuih.
Ini apa dalam?
This man may wish he'd given up smoking earlier. Kumar's team has also found an electronic cigarette or vape.
Okay, tak apa pegang Saya pegang Oh, tadi awak cakap 3 je, ni dah berapa ni?
Oh, itu group saya kawan tu je.
Ha?
Saya kawan group je.
Alah, saya tanya berapa?
Saya kawan besar saya.
Okey, tak apa, jangan pegang. Biar saya pegang.
Berapa? Ha?
Lagi ada tak?
Dari kawan.
Mana kasih keluar?
Saya tak sini duit He only declared 3 packets, which is these 3. Upon checking, I found a few more packets, including the electronic cigarette. Yep.
For the cigarettes, or rather the loose tobacco, is more of a revenue concern. It's under Singapore Customs, which I'm going to deal with them later. And for the vape, it'll be more like a seizure, and we'll detain the item on behalf of Health Science Authority.
Yeah, it's a nice looking one, but unfortunately it's not allowed here.
At Singapore's Changi Airport, precision, efficiency, and customer service rule. Voted world's best airport by passengers, its 3 terminals serve over 100 airlines and connect to 320 cities. But Kyle, a British backpacker, can't afford to fly to any of them. He was rejected from his flight to Bali because he did not have an onward-bound ticket.
You have your sister's number?
Yep.
With next to no cash and no credit card, he's stranded and desperate to get in touch with his sister for help.
Just got a text off her. So that's the full number, that's area code and everything.
It's ringing.
Thank you. Hello. Where are you? I thought you were at work. Oh, right, is it? Oh, it's only 8 o'clock back home. She's just got out of bed. I'm in Singapore right now. Lovely airport. Book some sort of flight and then transfer it from my account to yours. I don't know whether just to go to Oz. All right, cheers. Thanks very much.
So she can transfer over the cash?
Yeah, well, she's going to try and just book me a flight.
Okay.
I'm thinking just to go straight to Australia now, instead of Bali.
This one, right?
Thank you. Hey, how's it going? I'm getting what? It's a weird thing to hear, but yeah, let's do this. So we're just checking flights at the minute, and funny enough, one came up to Brisbane, but it was one changeover in Bali.
Joke.
Thanks very much. Cheers. Bye.
Got it?
So close.
So that solves your problem. You get to go to Bali.
Depending. I get the confirmation.
In the farthest corner of Changi Airport, it's a busy day for the Animal and Plant Quarantine Station. Here, the hard-working team of vets and trained officers work round the clock to keep Singapore safe from epidemics, pests, and diseases. Jan is waiting for a batch of racehorses arriving from New Zealand.
Our horses can be quite dangerous animals. They're huge animals. Any wrong move, if they kick, it can cause serious injuries to the people around them. And I also have to take care of myself, of course, because I'm doing the checks.
One mistake, and these spooked animals will make a bid for freedom. With a kick that can kill,
Hang on, stop.
pulling, prodding, and scanning is not for the faint-hearted. The team will have to hold their nerve.
When I was new at this, I was scared. And now, as long as you know where to stand, where to go, how to move, how the horses respond, I think you should get used to this. I've written down the microchip number. This horse is a little bit spooked out. Once one horse gets anxious, the rest will also get anxious. Oh, there you go. This looks like a skin abrasion, so it should heal up, actually.
12 racehorses are good to go. After 14 days of quarantine, they will cross the border and become Singapore's welcome guests. In Terminal 2 arrivals, Kyle has news from his sister in the UK, who is trying to help him get out of Singapore.
My sister's currently trying to book my flight back in the UK. It just happens to be the same website that I tried to do it on last time, and she's getting the same message as I am, just saying that it was not successful and tickets could not be issued. She's going to try and call them, but obviously she's at work, so I'm just saying if you have to wait a couple of hours until your lunch break, so I don't want her to get in any trouble back at work.
It seems that Kyle is now trapped in the world's best airport. Operations Commander Alexander is a man with a plan. Today, this airport will stage a plane crash with casualties, real fire and real people. He will need brains as well as brawn to pull this off.
So what we're going to test, the main objective is actually to set our RS within 6 minutes, as well as to receive the casualty, as well as to report to the DO in charge in regards to the casualty.
You'll be participating in it?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. The two objectives I want to see is timing for the RS setup and then casualty management.
Okay, no problem.
Because during CPT, if these two things we don't fulfill, we will sure.
Yeah, definitely.
We will sure be penalized.
Can. So this is something that we will take.
Okay. 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 9:38.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, Scheifel is also being put through his paces. This is pump to pump, connecting 2 tanks from 2 fire trucks together to boost the water supply. All drills hurt. This one hurts more.
Water tanner 1-3, hydrant down, come in.
We need to keep our fitness up to the standard.
Scheifel may be fit, but the going is tough, and tonight it's going to get tougher. Every day, passengers bring 120,000 bags through this airport. And every day, security teams check, scan, and search for illegal or dangerous contraband. Kumar's team have detected a suspicious object at Terminal 2.
There's some metallic gems item found in his luggage upon the X-ray machine. You put your bag there.
This one not metal.
Cut.
Yeah, I'm asking you. This is metal.
I know.
What's this for?
Cut.
Machine.
Yeah, machine.
The traveller claims it's used more for industrial purposes, for cutting machineries, raw metal items. But we are just a bit curious, why is it hidden?
Come here work.
Huh?
Are you working here?
Yeah, training.
Training?
Yeah.
Okay, Ken. You have claimed that it's for his work purpose, his tool. so it doesn't pose any security threat. So we are giving back to him.
In a region where many languages are spoken, communication can be slow going. But to protect and secure Singapore's borders is Kamar's sole concern.
Have you taken all your items? Okay. Initially, he was a bit tense and nervous because of, firstly, we have to be mindful more, it's because of the language barrier. No, that was a language barrier, he couldn't communicate well. However, he was able to answer the simple questions, what's his entry for, and how long is his intended stay in Singapore, and his accommodation. He was very confident with his answers, and we are satisfied. So, our assessment of the whole fact is clean.
Okay.
Meanwhile, at Terminal 3, Agent JR has a tricky number on his hand.
I'll try, don't worry.
This passenger might have had one drink too many. He can't find his way to the gate.
You came from which airlines? Sri Lankan Airlines. Joining which airlines? Sri Lanka. You're going to Manila. Okay, this is Philippine Airlines, not Sri Lankan Air, okay? You go to... yeah, I understand. You see that one? It's SkyTrain to T1? Yes. Transfer D to get your boarding pass. Hurry up, okay? Okay, where? Sir, you take this train, and then you go to Terminal 1. Terminal 1? You go to Transfer D, Delta, okay? Transfer D, Philippine Airlines counter. Okay, thanks. Thank you.
At check-in Terminal 3, Officer Grace has a baggage problem of a different kind. $400 of excess weight and a passenger who doesn't want to pay for it.
I go from Incheon to Beijing, and from Beijing back to the United States.
But tonight you're just going up to Incheon?
Yeah. It came out like this.
The confirmation is
But the thing is, I booked it all through United. I'm getting like United points for this. It's not an Asiana thing. So, I mean, I just don't understand. If I brought 3 bags in,
right.
What do you want me to do with the other 2 bags when I leave? I don't live in Singapore.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. When I get out of Incheon,
This passenger can't understand why the airline wants to charge her for the extra 23 kilos when she flew the first leg of her journey from America to Singapore without paying a single cent.
It's not a piece concept because you're not traveling to the States. So we're going by a weight concept this time because you're traveling only up to Incheon.
Then what am I supposed to do with the other 2 bags?
It doesn't matter how many bags you check in, ma'am. You can check in 5 bags, you can check in 6 bags, but the weight has to be there. So for your gold status, economy is 20, Asiana gives additional 3, and then the gold status will give you additional 20. So you're allowed to check in for 43.
And then you want me to carry on 20 then? I mean, because right now I have 60.
Correct. Just make sure that there's no liquid in the one that you're hand carrying.
Yeah, that's
liquid gels.
I think I have liquid in here, so I have to take...
Helen's plan is to transfer 20 kilos of excess weight to her hand luggage to avoid the penalty.
Give me 1 second, let me just... I have never done this before because usually I am a platinum status on United and I don't need to do this.
She's determined to make this work.
Okay. Does this make it? Can you come and check this? See if this works?
Okay, that works.
Okay.
It's looking good.
I hope. I am. I'm just trying to close it now. I'm gonna sit on it.
I hope it doesn't rip.
There we go.
Sorry.
It's all done. Yeah.
Back at Arrivals Terminal 2, Kyle's on the phone to his sister.
Perfect. Yeah, they're really helpful. They said that they'll print it out for me here. Cheers. Thanks very much. She's booked 2 flights for me. One going to Bali tomorrow, and then the next one, she's booked me a flight to Brisbane on the 16th of October. But yeah, it seems that everything's sorted.
Yes.
So it's a massive release. Thank you very much for all your help.
Welcome. Okay, I'll just leave a note for them.
Okay, I'll just log out of this.
It's the end of Nina's shift, and after a missed flight and lots of waiting around, it looks like Kyle's finally back in the game.
I don't know if it's just been picked up by mistake. So everything's been booked, everything's finalised. We've just got our booking from the airline, and now the passport's come walkies.
Will Kyle find his passport, or is it game over for this intrepid backpacker?
So I don't know if it's just fallen down.
At Changi Airport, there's approximately one flight every 90 seconds. But Kyle isn't on one yet. He's trying to get to Bali to party with friends. Terminal 2, in the world's best airport, is not where he wants to be. Unable to board a plane to Bali without an onward-bound ticket, this free spirit lacks the means to purchase one. His sister has bailed him out and paid for a ticket, but now his passport has gone walkabout.
Sherry, can you check with the lady if she accidentally picked up the passport? The passport was...
Yeah, she was standing. Don't think it can fit through there.
Oh, no. I think... Because I didn't check in. It's okay. Thank you. Is that it? Yeah. Accidentally. Yeah. Oh, I almost died there. A passenger.
It's part of the fun and games.
It's with him already. Okay, okay. Okay, you can go home now in peace. Thank you. He has his passport and he has his itinerary. Please keep it.
All Kyle needs to do now is not lose his passport and wait. At Changi's customer service desks, there is a never-ending stream of passengers with problems.
I check the system.
And sometimes the agents have to deliver bad news. At Terminal 2 arrivals, a mother and daughter have approached Agent Mahbooba. The daughter has come to meet her fiancé for the first time.
Okay, you talk to the officer. Okay?
But she's received a call from customs to say that her fiancé has been detained for carrying excess cash into Singapore.
You had been in the airport since afternoon?
No, just
And she needs to pay a fine of $15,000 into his bank account to release him.
Yeah, you can give me your phone number, your passport number, because we are at the counter here, we can't see you, you hold on, you speak to the officer, can or not? You get the officer, the passport.
Agent Mahbooba has heard it all before, but goes ahead and calls customs.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. There are two ladies here looking out for this passenger, George Haley. He has probably landed this afternoon by Malaysia Airlines MH603. So what they're telling me is they received a phone call today from ICA. One of the officers has called them and told them that he was being held up at the ICA because he was taking excess amount of cash without declaring. As per them, he is holding a US passport. Yeah, I will let them know. Thank you. Yeah, sure, thank you.
The fiancé is not at customs, and it looks like the daughter may have been duped.
This is his phone number.
You can't get through this number. You can call back, but he's not willing to talk to me. Yeah? No, he's talking to the officer. Which officer? I just called them, no such passenger. It's a fake ticket, ma'am. Someone has edited it. What is the reason that he is bringing so much cash?
I want to marry her.
It's around $7.
Doesn't work like this from here.
Because he just finished job at Malaysia. So the company paid him.
You need to trust what I'm saying is because I'm telling you from my experiences. They are definitely trying to fool you to get some scam. That's what my officer told me, to get you more information. We have been experiencing this many times in the airport. So from the time, which is also a wrong information. Some ladies who are totally in love with the guy would transfer money and come to me and say, I have already transferred money, what do I do? Most cases it's totally a scam. Some people, boyfriends even send them a scanned copy of passport, which is a fake passport, yeah. You can Google their name and the passport, comes in a Google, just print it out.
In Terminal 3 Transit, Agent JR has a second visit from a confused passenger who may have had one drink too many.
They closed the counter already.
No, it is open, but they are shouting all the time. They don't want to serve us. They want to buy a return back ticket.
Return ticket going to Saudi.
Like Kyle, he needs an onward-bound ticket.
But are you sure you don't have any return ticket to Riyadh? How come you didn't book?
I don't want to go back.
You didn't? Oh, you didn't want to go back?
Yes. I don't want to go back to Riyadh. I want to go to another country.
You just want to go to Manila?
After that, I don't know. I'll decide. Maybe I'll go to Cambodia. Maybe I'll go to Thailand.
Okay, it's okay. But the thing is, you just need an outbound ticket. How come your agent didn't know this?
Ask him.
Regulations, they won't let you fly without a return ticket.
Then what shall I do?
Do you have to book your return ticket then?
I'll book anything I pay. Where shall I pay?
Because you don't have a return ticket based on this itinerary. Where do you want to go then? I'll help you to book the ticket. Cambodia. Okay, we'll go to Cambodia then.
But after that, when I go to Cambodia, they tell me where is the return ticket.
When you go to Cambodia, you need a ticket again going to Riyadh, okay?
This is the problem. Let me take it from now on.
Of course.
I must go now. I don't have to.
No, sir, just relax now. We are trying to help you out because it's already the situation. You still have to book a new ticket.
Because they will think you'll be overstaying in the country.
This passenger may be a little lightheaded, but it seems he's already been on to his travel agent about the ticket.
I'm from Manila, you know?
Yeah. I know. I always go to Boracay.
I love Boracay.
Yeah, it is heaven. I want to stay there. Yeah, you'll love the place there. Boracay and Manila, everything is good.
It's his agent again.
Oh, someone booked your ticket already? From Manila to Saudi?
Yeah.
Oh.
All he needs now is a printout.
This is mine?
No.
At baggage collection, Kumar and his team are, as always, on the lookout for anything out of the ordinary. Today, the scanner has revealed a large sum of cash in a passenger's bag.
So holiday in Singapore, 5 days, how much money you bring to Singapore? 10,000 US. 10,000 US. Can you show me? Bring your bag here.
It's not a currency control. You can bring in any amount, but you need to make a declaration, anything that is above Singapore $20,000.
This requirement is in place to detect and monitor currency movements and to enable the authorities to take enforcement action against cash couriers financing terrorism or money laundering. That's over 34,000 Singapore dollars.
Sir, may I know why are you bringing so much of currency? That's your medication. When is your appointment? Tomorrow.
And because this cash has not been declared, Kumar will need to establish exactly what the money is for.
Follow us to the office, please. They have mentioned to us that they are here for some medical examination, and sadly, they don't have any documents to prove. So we need to investigate further. Let's see how it goes before we hand over the Singapore Police Force.
In Terminal 1 Transit, this passenger has now made it to the transfer counter. He now has the booking confirmation of his outward bound ticket.
Alright, if earlier on, if you bring this thing, the return ticket out, you should have been on the flight. But
I just pay it now because nobody tells me.
Okay, so now they're going to put you on the next flight. So you just take a seat first. Once I done the booking for you, I issue you the boarding pass. I call you. Okay? Just have a seat first, right?
Back at the baggage duty office, Kumar needs to establish why this passenger failed to declare that he was carrying over $34,000 in cash. If he's not satisfied with the answer, he will hand this passenger over to the police.
Okay, earlier he was telling me that he needs to go and see the doctor tomorrow. He has an appointment. I'm repeating again. Does he have any documents to? Tell you what, I'll send someone. Perhaps he'll be escorted to meet your mom. Just get the relevant documents, okay? So you follow. Okay. You'll be able to assist me to interpret your debt. Okay? This is a requirement.
Finally, they have conclusive proof of the doctor's appointment.
This is a chance I'm giving you because you need to make a declaration. Okay, guys? Currency, all okay? Okay, sir? Good? Okay, thank you so much.
Changi Tower, this is Ops Commander. So we're just waiting for the runway to close. After that, the logistics team will enter the runway to get prepped up.
Every year, Changi Airport tests the readiness of its firefighters with a full-blown emergency aircraft crash exercise. Observers and auditors assess procedures and proficiency, and the prowess of their new commander, Alexander.
To be honest, I was lying in bed, I was worrying, yes. I've had nightmares.
But crash exercise newbie Shaiful is more confident.
I'm prepared for it because I've been training for it. Yeah. So for physical-wise, there's no problem for me. So yeah.
Now, Changi's airport emergency services are moving to the standby positions. They've been notified that an aircraft has a double hydraulic failure and is due to land in 20 minutes. But putting out the flames fast enough is exactly what this new operations commander has to do. Trial by fire. Changi may be the world's best airport, but all Kyle wants to do is sleep. But not before a well-earned beer.
I think if anyone told me that this is how it was going to end up at the end of today, I obviously wouldn't have believed them. But you just got to laugh about it now that it's all over. So, yeah. It's quite, I mean, I've got a beer. I'm on a flight tomorrow. And I'll eventually get to Bali, so I'm just glad that I'm not on any time budget and I'll get there eventually. Niente. Can't seem to find anything to open the beer with. But we'll keep trying. We will keep trying. Apparently I haven't had a bad enough day, so I can't be rewarded with a beer. No. Don't want to damage the apple. Snap. Just trying to open his beer is probably more stressful than the whole thing that happened today with the flights and everything. And nothing stresses me out. It's beautiful. Every time it just gets better.
Under Alexander's command, the men of the airport emergency services have to rescue 156 plane crash casualties and evacuate them to the triage area where injuries will be assessed and prioritized. Shaiful is one of the officers responsible for moving the casualties to the triage area from the collection point.
Initially, I will reach there, I will set up a tent where we collect all the casualties.
Just be advised, fire has already been extinguished.
In just 2 minutes, the flames are out. Alexander's worst nightmare is over.
Zulu Ops Commander, sir.
But it's on to the next. Now that the holding area has been erected, Scheifel and the other firefighters can get on with the serious business of rescuing injured passengers.
Changi Tower Ops, Commander, be advised we have rescued the first casualty from the aircraft.
Running on adrenaline, Scheifel is en route to the triage area with a first batch of casualties.
Currently, it's okay for me. Currently. But I don't know about later.
The casualties are gathered to receive urgent medical attention from paramedics. But with more than 100 casualties still to be rescued, it's not over yet. Back at the crash site, the casualties are stacking up because of a transportation problem. And all of it is being recorded by the exercise assessors.
Additional ambulances to be on standby at the CCA for casualty conveyance to CCS. You copy, over?
With the shortage of ambulances and Scheifel having to take the strain, fatigue is starting to set in. And the job of 2 fire officers has now become the work of 4.
Atas. Belum. Okay.
As this crash test draws to a close, new lessons have been learned and adjustments are to be made.
I'm actually very pleased with it. We were able to extinguish the fire really fast. And we were able to rescue out all the casualties. And the important thing is that we accounted for all of them. So that's good.
But the night is not over for Scheifel and Alexander.
Technically, after this exercise ends, I'm still on duty. I end my shift at 8 a.m. It is harsh. What to do? The realities of being a firefighter.